you want to shine like a sun, you have to burn like a sun. Means if you want to achieve your goals, your targets in life, you need to put your hard work in that. These great and inspiring lines are said by my favorite one, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. So with positive thought, let's start today's class. Welcome back in my YouTube channel, Ritu is Academy. So today we are taking topic refractive index from the chapter light reflection and refraction, grade 10. So let's start our class. Refraction. What do you mean by refraction? Refraction means when a light ray passing from one medium to another medium, then the direction of light ray gets changed. And due to this, we can see on the screen bending of light when it passing from one medium to another medium. This phenomena is known as refraction. What are the laws of refraction? There are two laws of reflection. The first law is similar to the law of reflection. The first law is incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal. All three lie in the same plane. All three, incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal, all three lie in the same plane. Second law, the ratio of sine of angle of incident to sine of angle of refraction is a constant for a light of a given color and for the given pair of media. This law is also known as Snell's law of refraction. Means when light passing from one medium to another medium, what happened? Because of bending of light, we don't get same angles as we see in case of reflection, but we have different angles. Angle I and angle R both are different angles from each other because there is a bending of light. As you can observe here, when incident ray is entering into the another medium, this is not straight, and because of that, these two angles, they are not numerically equal to each other. Angle I and angle R, they are different. So for a particular pair of medium, angle I and angle R, they change simultaneously. And the ratio of sine of angle I and angle R, that gives you a constant value, that is N, which is called refractive index of the material. We will also learn today numerical based on this formula of given by Snell's law of refraction. Before that, let's check it out. What do you mean by refractive index? The value, the ratio N is called refractive index. For how will you define that? Now, to what extent the light bends when it moves from one medium to another? This is what told by refractive index, or you can say N. That depends. Either you find out the angle, angle I and angle R, when it moves from one medium to another, as we have seen in case of Snell's law of refraction, that sine of angle I upon sine of angle of refraction, that is equals to refractive index. But there's one more way we have to find the refractive index, and that is it also depends on the ratio of speeds in the two medium. Means when a ray of light passing from one medium to another, the speed of light doesn't remain same. It changes. It is maximum in vacuum. The value is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. But when it moves to denser medium, then what happens? The speed of light gets slower. So because of the change in speed of light, we can find out the refractive index of one medium with respect to another medium. So now we have got two formulas here. One from Snell's law of refraction, that is sine of angle I upon sine of angle R. And the second is speed of light in medium 1 upon speed of light in medium 2. One more thing, as you can see here, because the ratio of the two quantities here, they are same. And because of this reason, refractive index doesn't have any unit. It is unitless. It just give a number. So we can say that as we get higher number of refractive index, we can say there will be more bending of light we will observe when it moves from one medium to another. The greater the ratio, the more the bending. Absolute refractive index, why it is different from normal refractive index or relative refractive index? What is difference between them? When we are taking one medium as vacuum, when we are taking one medium as vacuum, then you can say that it is known as absolute refractive index. Means if we are finding our refractive index of one medium with respect to another any medium, that is relative refractive index. But if we take this value with respect to vacuum, where we can get the maximum speed of light, then this is known as absolute refractive index. So only difference of another medium, or we can say instead of another medium, if we are taking vacuum only, then we can say it is an absolute refractive index. But formula will remain same. It will not change. Now, absolute refractive index, this table as you can see on the screen, what is that? Here you can see there are different material mediums are given here, and we are finding out the refractive index of these material with respect to vacuum. Why we are saying vacuum only? Because here you can see this is the table for absolute refractive index. So if I say that air is having refractive index 1.0003, means what? Means this is what you can say this refractive index is, we are comparing with what? With vacuum. With respect to vacuum, we are finding the refractive index of air. If we say another example, if we say benzene, so we are finding refractive index of benzene with respect to vacuum. Like diamond is 2.42, means we are finding the refractive index of diamond with respect to vacuum. So what these are the values, they are the different values. What do you mean by that? As you can see, air is 1.003. 0003 means what? The refractive index of air is 1.003 with respect to vacuum. Means the speed of light will change by this number with respect to vacuum. So you can say approximately the speed of light in air and vacuum, they are equal. There are only slightly difference we can find out in speed of light when we observe for air and for vacuum. But if you see the example of diamond, which is having the maximum refractive index, absolute refractive index in this table, means what? If light of ray moves from vacuum to diamond, so how much or to what extent the speed of light will decrease, or to what extent the bending of light you will observe, that is 2.42 times. The speed of light in diamond will decrease by how much time? 2.42 times. It will get slower. Why slower? Because this is 2.42 times denser medium as compared to, you can say, vacuum. It is more denser. So that we can compare by knowing the speed of light, how it is changing, or how much bending of light it is there. So we can find out of these one, diamond is having the least speed of light with respect to vacuum. Now just let's see some of the examples. The first example, calculate the refractive index when a ray of light passing through from air to glass slab. And the information given here, when the ray of light is passing from air to glass slab, so the angles are incident angle, that is 60 degree, and refractive index, it decreases to 30. Why? Because air is a rarer medium and glass slab is a denser medium. So as it moves from rarer to denser medium, the refractive angle becomes less. Now remember the Snell's law. What is Snell's law? The ratio of angle of incident, sine of angle of incident and sine of angle of refraction. So now we have to put the value for both. Sine I means sine 60 degree and sine R means sine 30 degree. Sine 60 degree is having the value root 3 by 2 and sine 30 degree is having the value 1 by 2. And we divide it in a simple way, simple calculation, then what will happen? You will get the answer that will be root 3. So root 3 is the refractive index of glass slab with respect to air. So we are finding a refractive index of glass slab with respect to air. So when the ray of light passing from air to glass, so we'll say how much bending of light we'll observe, this much time. So root 3 times we will see the change. Let's move to another example. Now, refractive index of glass is 1.5. If a speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 to the 8 meter per second, then find the velocity of light in medium. So refractive index of light is 1.5 means this is the refractive index of glass with respect to vacuum. This is 1.5. And speed of light is given as we already know that there's a maximum one that 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Then what will be the velocity? What will be the speed of light in glass? So now remember the second formula for refractive index, that is the ratio of speed of light in different medium. Speed of light in medium 1 upon speed of light in medium 2. But here we should know what is medium 1 and what is medium 2. Now to avoid the confusion in this case, you always remember medium 1 will be that medium from where the light ray is coming. Medium 2 will be that medium in which the ray of light is entering. So here, if you see that the light is entering from vacuum to glass. From vacuum to glass. So from where the light is coming, from vacuum, it is medium 1. Where it is entering, medium 2, that is glass. Now, what information given here you have to put in this numerical, in this equation, that is n equals to 1.5. Speed of light in vacuum, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second upon speed of light in glass. So when you do the simple calculation, this will give you the value 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Means what? Means as it enters from vacuum to glass, glass is more denser medium, you can say, if you compare with vacuum, so speed of light decreasing here. That's why it decreases from 3 to 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Easy? I hope now you people are getting confidence in solving the numericals. Now let's see one more, you can say example, one more activity to observe refraction through glass slab. A glass slab is a kind of a cuboid made up of a glass whose height is comparatively low as compared to length and breadth. So in the first picture you can see as ray of light is passing from one medium to another, like from here, from air to glass, the bending of light is happening, and again the light of bending is happening when it is moving from glass to air. Whenever you will change the medium, always you will observe the bending of light. There is a change in direction of light. Depends how, from where to, from which medium to which medium it is entering. Like if you entering from rarer to denser medium, or you can say from air to glass, right? Air is rarer medium, it is less denser, and if you see that glass slab is having more density. So rarer to denser medium, and the ray of light is passing, what will happen? The ray of light will bend towards the normal. It will bend towards the normal. As you can see in the second picture, angle I is more than angle R. In first case, when the ray of light is passing, incident ray is moving from air to glass, then you can observe the ray of light, obviously it will not go straight. Why it is not moving straight? Because there is a bending of light, there is a change in direction, there is a change in speed of light. So it will bend. Now the question comes, will it bend towards the normal or away from the normal? So when the ray of light bends from rarer to denser medium, then it will bend towards normal, and because of that, refractive angle will be smaller than incident angle. Now case 2, if you see, now the ray of light is passing from denser to rarer medium. Denser to rarer medium. Then what will happen? Now the ray of light will move away from the normal. And because of this reason, what will happen? Angle I, now angle I will be smaller than angle of refraction. Because of the medium is changing like denser to rarer. So if you're observing here 3 rays, incident ray, then it is entering into glass slab. This is a refracted ray. So IO is incident ray, O dash here is refracted ray, and when again it is coming out from glass to air, that is O dash E. This is your emergent ray. Emergent ray. Because of that, because rays are changing as incident ray, refractive ray, and you can say emergent ray, the angle also we will name accordingly. So the first angle is here angle I, incident angle. Angle R, when it is entering into glass slab, refractive angle, and when again it is coming out air in air, that is emergent angle. One more observation, you will check it here. The incident ray and the emergent ray, because they are in the same medium. That's why they will be parallel to each other. They will be parallel to each other. So one is shown O dash E by solid line, and other is shown by OC, that is dotted line. But here you can see there is a gap between the two, and that gap, it is given by D letter, D variable, that is lateral displacement, or you may call it as lateral shift. And why we are getting this gap, why we are getting this distance, why we are getting this shift? Because light ray passing through another medium, and because of that we are getting lateral displacement between the two lines. So with this, I hope now you are more clear about the refraction, changing of direction of light when it moves from one medium to another. So let's see more of the numericals, more of the examples. In exam, there are different type of exam, you can say questions can come. So let's see the examples. Like now example number 3 we have, if refractive index of a medium is 2.42, what is the meaning of this statement in relation to the speed of light? Means what? As we have discussed, when light ray move from vacuum to diamond or to any medium, what happened? There is a change in speed of light. The maximum we have in vacuum, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. But then when it moves in denser medium, more you can say, if we are having denser medium, more and more density we have for a medium, we will find out the speed of light will be more slower than the speed of that you can say it's speed of light in vacuum. So because in diamond the speed of light is, when it will move in diamond, it will slower. How much time it will get slower? That is the same number, 2.42. So this is how you can compare the speed of light. Another example. This may also come in exam, like refractive index of glass with respect to air is 1.9. They have given for a given pair of medium, refractive index of glass with respect to air is 1.9. What is the refractive index of air with respect to glass? If you have written it inverted way, like glass, it is given glass with respect to air. Now he is asking air with respect to glass. Very, very simple. As because we have changed the sequence of the mediums, what will happen? The formula will get inverted, right? It will be reciprocal. So what you have to do, you have to just simply, if the refractive index given to you, you have to just simply make reciprocal of that number, and that will be 1 upon 1.9, and means 0.52 is refractive index of air with respect to glass. So this is how you may have such kind of example regarding related to refractive index. I hope your topic is clear now. For more doubts, you may message me in comment box. I will definitely going to clear your doubt. Thank you so much for watching this video. Keep supporting, subscribe, like, view, and share with others. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe.